lovely to have you with us again today. I'm Jen and I'm the co-founder of SuperFastDiet, and over here on my far left is Victoria, my beautiful co-founder, and we would love you to let us know that you're here today too. We've got a very special guest sitting next to you here.
Very special.
And I'm just about to introduce her to you, but make sure you let us know that you're here. This is the beautiful Shelly Horton, who is a journalist on Channel 9, often appearing on the Today Show.
Today Extra, Weekend Today, 9 News at 3 p.m, and also 9 Honey. You could also just maybe just say Shelly Horton as seen on TV.
On the telly.
That might, Shelly on the telly. That
Shelly
might be
on
on my new business card.
Fantastic, awesome. And guys, we'd love you to ask Shelly in particular all your questions today.
You guys know I am an open book. This is your chance to ask whatever you want, and I am giving you absolute honesty, so strap yourselves in.
I mean, you know, she's brutally honest.
I am.
A bit too honest, actually.
No such thing.
Which is kind of fun, actually.
Yeah.
And later today, we'll also be featuring one of our other superheroes. This is our superhero week, and we've been talking to you all week about our beautiful superheroes, and Rosie will be joining us a bit later to talk about her story.
I love Rosie. She's one of my favourites. Now, can I just say one thing with Superhero Week? I've been loving the whole week with the capes and everything, but do you know that it's actually Star Wars Day today?
I did hear that, actually.
So, and you know why? May the 4th be with you. I love it. It's so much fun. So it's kind of appropriate that it's all landed on this week.
Certainly is.
We need our lightsabers.
We do, definitely. Or maybe just 2, cinnamon rolls for Princess Leia buns.
Do you know?
And not eat them on a fast day.
I met her real
No.
life in Vegas in a Starbucks.
What?
Yeah.
And what was she like?
She was fantastic. She loves Australians.
Oh, well,
love
we love
it. Everyone loves Australians.
Yeah.
Perfect.
And the other thing we're going to be doing today for you too is we're going to be showing you a sneak peek into our program, so you can see what we're all about. So you make sure you want to stick around to have a look at that as well. And of course, what's really exciting is that we've been offering you the opportunity to try our program out for free this week in Superhero Week. So you have 7 days completely free to go in, have a look, join our Facebook group, and really get to know our program.
And I think it's a genius idea, because if it's free, you've got nothing to lose except the weight. Should be a slogan. I can feel it.
You should be in media. Helen says, Shelley, you look amazing, and you motivated me to start this.
Thank you, Helen. I actually love all the feedback I get from the Superfast little community. I read all of the comments. I reply to as many people as possible, but I know what it's like when you're starting out. It can be a bit challenging. So thank you for being so kind, Helen, and good luck with your journey.
And that's the great thing about Shelley. She actually does answer everybody.
That's
on
a lot of
Instagram.
questions.
I don't know
So
how
hop on
she
the
does it.
Instagram and talk.
But
to
here's
her.
your chance to ask them live.
Yeah, that's
Go
that's
for
what's
it.
different.
Yay.
And you know, for the best question, we had a big reveal for you today, and we have something really exciting, because the best question today is going to get not just a free magazine, not just gorgeous tea from the Rabbit Hole, but also they're going to get a 1-month membership online with Will Yoga for themselves and a friend.
Wowzers,
So really great prize today.
Amazing. All for asking a question.
Yeah, we're actually going to give a few of those away, not just one.
Yeah, and don't forget to share as well.
Crazy.
Remember to share.
Now, the response that we have had this week has been absolutely amazing.
It makes me happy.
And if you've been watching, you'll know our stories by now. But just in case you missed them, we'll just tell you a little bit about our story, just to recap. So first of all, my story is that I have actually worked in weight loss and fitness for 30 years plus. And even though I knew all the things that I knew, I still struggled with my weight. And I could lose the weight, but I just could not keep it off. It would always go back on, because I just didn't want to live on that carrot stick and lettuce leaf for the rest of my life.
You're a party girl.
Eat
Or
your
just-
salad and be sad.
Or flog myself, in the gym,
Yeah.
relentlessly. And we know about all those other diets. So eventually I came across intermittent fasting through my brother-in-law, who had literally lost 20 kilos in 3 months. And I thought, if he can do it, I can do it. And I went on to lose 30 kilos. I'd never had a result like that before. And it just completely changed my life. And I thought to myself, why isn't everybody doing this? And Vicky and I had a beautiful lunch together and we talked about it and we thought, you know what? We need to do a program.
Light bulb moment.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Because you struggled with your weight too, Vic.
Yeah, exactly. Since having my 3 boys, I just never got back to my wedding weight. And I just always felt like I was frumpy and old before my time. You know, I never would wear skinny jeans. I'd feel bad at the beach. You know, didn't want to be in a swimming cozy. I'd always have I had these board shorts that went down to my knees.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Oh,
really
crimes
ugly.
against fashion.
I wouldn't even reveal my body on the beach.
And you know, I'd wear instead of now I've got my top tucked in, I would wear it flopping around. So I was just like, yeah,
Your belly flopping around or your top?
floppy fashion, both. Mainly my thighs, thunder thighs, flopping around. Anyway, yeah. So when Jen told me about her intermittent fasting program, I just thought I've got to try it. So when I tried it, I couldn't believe how easy it was, and I couldn't believe how quickly the weight came off. But the best part for me is I could still go out to dinner on the weekends and eat and drink wine and chocolate and whatever I fancied, because during the week I could have some fast days and still lose weight. So I actually just feel like now I've nailed it.
Yes.
And I will never go back. I will never go back.
That's right. And of course, the thing is that a lot of people that we were telling about what we were doing weren't able to really stick to it. And that's when we realised people actually don't know how to do it. So that's why we decided we'd do a program. And so we've got this fantastic program we've developed over the last few years, and we'd only launched it in January, did a pre-launch in January, an official launch on 5/2, 5th of the 2nd this year. Just a coincidence. And just since then we've had amazing results. Like we've had Tracy, for example, she's lost 24 kilos, Marianne 22 kilos, Rebecca 21 kilos, Megan has lost 16 kilos now, Megan, Lisa 10 kilos, Rosie's lost 13 kilos, and just so many more amazing results.
Yay to all of those people,
you.
because that is so hard and such an incredible achievement.
Yeah, and just so many more people just doing so well. And what a beautiful community we've got in our Facebook
I
group.
love the Facebook group.
They're so gorgeous. Everyone helps each other and supports each other, and it's really like having coaching. Really? Yeah.
It's coaching, but it's also a cheer squad.
It's a cheer squad.
Yeah,
That's
so
a
it's
better way to
like
put it.
everyone is actually so happy for each other when they lose. And if you're stumbling and you're really not sure, everyone jumps in and goes, hey, what about you try this? This has worked for me. I love the Facebook group. I love it.
And I love the fact that people are really honest and actually say, you know, like, I'm struggling with this. And that's great that people can feel that they can say...
And you can be honest.
Yeah, and
you don't have to be perfect.
Yeah, and we can help
It's
solve
not
that problem
perfect.
for you.
Yeah. This
But
is a journey. There are ebbs and flows.
Yeah.
And it's a lifestyle. Lisa says, you look so beautiful,
Shelley.
Shelley.
Aw,
Thank you,
Lisa.
Lisa.
Inspiration she is.
Thanks, Lisa.
She's our girl crush.
It does help that I have been at Channel 9. I've got their hair and makeup done like crack professionals who put this together. Just want to be honest there.
And I have to say, though, in real life, when you see Shelley, oh my goodness,
Even
she's
more
so
beautiful.
even more beautiful.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
You guys.
So don't forget to ask questions.
Yeah,
We've got Shelley
hit me
here.
up.
Keep asking the questions. Anything. No holds barred. And the best questions will be winning lots of prizes. So Shelley,
Yes.
I think it's time to tell them your
Yes.
We want to hear your story.
I would love to share that. So I basically feel like I have battled with my weight since high school. It's just gone up, it's gone down, it's gone up. But I don't really yo-yo. I weight cycle. So it goes up and down, then up. And I'm just getting heavier and heavier. And I have tried everything. I have done the meal deliveries. I've done counting points and calories. I even went so far as to have gastric lap banding, which I'm now so ashamed of. And I just realized how emotionally I was just spent. I just didn't know what else to do. That lap banding didn't work. Can I please just, you read these success stories about lap banding, but there are so many people who are too ashamed to talk about it not working. So I'm very pleased that I had that removed. And then I was actually doing one of my walk and talks because I love having like walking meetings and walking catch-ups. So I had a walk and talk with Dr. Tim Sharp, you know, Dr. Happy, who's on the program.
I love Dr. Happy.
I love Dr. Happy. And I've actually been seeing Dr. Happy as a client, you know, for a couple of years. But I have interviewed him as a journalist for probably a decade. And I remember when I wanted to see him as a practitioner, I'm like, is it okay if I come and see you about like some issues I've got around my weight? And he's like, duh, yeah, that's what I do for a living. Anyway, we're on this walk and talk, and he had just signed on to be a psychologist for SuperFastDiet. He's just like, Shelly, I think I've found the answer for you. You should give this a go.
Right.
So that was nearly a year ago. So it was before you launched the program that I was like, okay, I'm going to give this a go. So I was sitting at about 90 kilos then, and sometimes getting up to 92, and I'm 165, so not ideal. And I was scared, and I thought I'd fail again because that's what I do, or what normally happens with me is I am really good for 2 weeks, and then I face plant into some ice cream. But
Yes.
So it's kind of, I was very nervous about it. And honestly, in the first 4 weeks, I think I lost 3 kilos in the first 4 weeks. Like, it was quick for me because sometimes I'm on a 7-day diet and I'm very restrictive and I'm exercising and I might lose 200 grams. And it's so soul destroying when that happens. So for this to work like that, I was just like, oh my God, I think I'm onto something here. And for me, I love the science behind it. I like the science of fasting, and I liked the psychology of fasting. So for me, the psychology that Dr. Happy's taught me, and you can watch any of his blogs and videos if you sign up to the program. I find them one of the best tools out of everything, because I think a lot of this is mental. And I just found
mental.
I am mental. I am mental.
In the nicest possible way.
But for me, I call it stunt dieting because it's 2 days a week. I choose to do the 2-day-a-week program. And that's the way I like it, because it's 2 days and it's hard. I'm not going to, like, you guys are like, it's so easy. I'm like, no, it's really, really hard. But it's hard for 2 days out of 7.
Yeah.
And to me, that is so doable. And I lost 13 kilos in 17 weeks.
That's amazing.
Which was pretty fantastic. I, on May 22, will have been on the program for a year, and I have maintained that 13 kilo loss for a whole year
It's
now.
amazing.
And I don't know if I've
the
ever
best thing
done
about
that on any other program.
Yeah.
So sorry, I've got someone's written in saying, Suzanne has said, have you switched methods? Are you still doing the 2-day? Okay.
Good question.
Honesty box here. Don't get mad at me. I don't like the part-day fasting.
That's okay.
I don't like it. I've tried it, and I thought after nearly a year of doing 2-day, it was time to mix things up for my body. And I did do part-day for a week, and I did lose a kilo, but I lost my mental capacity as well, because I felt like I was back dieting.
Yeah.
Whereas for me, the 2-day, I feel like it's lifestyle. Like 2 hard days, the rest of the days I can have my caramellos. You know, I'm addicted to my caramellos.
Caramella bear.
And on the weekends I can have wine, and I just didn't feel like I could do that on the part day.
Yeah.
But the other thing is, I don't really eat breakfast anymore. So I think I'm kind of doing I'm probably like a 12-hour fast most nights, maybe even a little bit longer. But that's actually just been, I have been taught that you have to have breakfast. I've never liked breakfast. My mum used to force me to sit down and eat breakfast.
So many people are the same, aren't they?
And I thought it was break the fast. And now I'm like, don't break the fast. Don't
break
break
the
the fast. Keep the fast going as long as you can. The fast is awesome.
Well, the person who promoted breakfast being the most important day of the meal was Dr. Kellogg.
Yes.
Kellogg's.
And I think he actually had a little bit of a hidden agenda there.
Yeah.
So it's just like eating sugar in the morning, isn't it?
I know,
Yeah.
it's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Lorinda says,
what do I eat on a fast day?
hi Lorinda.
Hi. Okay, so when I started, I was military precision, completely the same thing every single day on my fast day. So I would not have breakfast. I would have a macchiato with an equal at about 10. Then at lunchtime, I'd have a Darry soup with some of those cognac noodles in it, with a bit of spinach and a bit of mushroom. Then at dinner time, I'd have a prawn stir fry. That was me and then I got so sick of it. Oh my God, I couldn't face those dairy K soups anymore. And that's when I realized that I had to be more flexible with it. Now I haven't had a soup in a couple of months, and now I'm like, ooh, I feel like a soup now. So I have to mix it up. And I actually did something this week, which again, some people may not, love the idea of it, but I was doing my fast day on Wednesday, and I had a massive chocolate craving, and you just can't afford to have chocolate when it's a fast day. But I had a protein bar, and it was a chopped caramel protein bar. It was 160 calories, so I had half of it, then lots of water, waited another hour or so, and then had the other half of it, and it kept me full for like 4 hours. I've never done that before. In a whole year, I've never done that before. So it was kind of cool that now I'm a little bit more relaxed. The other thing is Jamie Chambers, the nutritionist, who's also with SuperFast. I love her as well.
Beautiful.
But I was following her Instagram, and she does like little tasting plates on her fast days. And I'm like, really? Like, okay. So I did it where it's like fresh radish and some pickles and some pulled chicken, a couple of Vita wheats, and maybe, I think it was some broccoli or something. It was
cherry tomatoes.
Cherry tomatoes.
Yeah.
So the entire plate was only 150 calories.
Fantastic. I love doing plates
Loved it.
Yeah.
And I've got to tell you, the pickles were the winner.
Yeah.
The pickles, there's something
Pickles.
about
Like a
the
gherkin,
flavour.
you
Yeah,
mean?
like a gherkin.
Yeah.
Amazing. So that's pretty much, now I'm trying to mix it up. Kim's got a question for me. Hey, Shelly, do you eat whatever on your free days? No. Okay. I did at the start, but I've found now for me to maintain, I need to be a little bit careful. So what I tend to do now is I've done my TDEE,
Take total daily energy expenditure.
which I didn't really pay attention to at the start because the weight was coming off so easily, but then it does get harder and you realize because you're smaller, you need less. So I have my 500 calorie fast days, and then I'm about 1400 calories on my other days. But I also always give myself a meal, whichever it is. It's normally a Saturday night or a Friday night, and I just go, I can have whatever I want, and I have wine and I have dessert, just one meal. And that also makes me feel like it's lifestyle, because I'm pretty social, as you can imagine. And I think I would just end up getting a bit miserable if I stuck to 1400 calories every day. So that's important.
Yeah.
Carrie has said, do you switch your fast days around or stick to the same one? I switch like crazy because my life's so busy. I hate it when I can't do a Monday fast day. I couldn't do a Monday this week because I had a job and I missed my Monday. I think Monday you have superhero strength and willpower on a Monday. So I suggest if you can do it on a Monday, do.
Yeah, very
But
popular.
the thing that I love about this program is you can switch the days around.
Yeah.
So this week I actually had to do Tuesday, Wednesday as a double. Again, I'm a master faster. I've been doing this for a long time. I could never do a double when I started.
No.
Yeah.
I remember you guys suggested, why don't you try a double? And I nearly cried at the thought of it. But now I'm like, yeah, of course I can do that.
Yeah.
You just get used to it. You know what your body's like. And you just also, I'm much kinder to myself now. So sometimes I might plan to do a double and wake up starving. And I'm like, you know what? I'll have a feast day today and I'll do a fast on another day. I think the worst thing ever is when you have to do a fast on a weekend. Don't do a fast on a weekend.
Never. Yeah.
Although some people in our program prefer it. So
Yeah.
it just depends on how you want to.
They're a couple of crazy, obviously.
You're crazy people.
You crazy people. Okay, Barbara has a question for me. How do you deal with early mornings and late nights on fast days? So early mornings are fine for me because I've got to get up and do TV. But you know what? By the time I'm up, showered, in the car, at Channel 9, they know now, all of the girls at Channel 9 are on board with me. You would not believe how many of them are fasting. And everyone's just like, is it a fast day? I'm like, it's a fast day. And so they bring me a macchiato and a sparkling water. And
Nice.
I have that. By the time I'm finished on air, it's probably 10:30. So I then push through to lunchtime, and so I don't mind it. Late nights are a little bit harder, and I find it challenging. I don't like socializing on a fast day night.
No.
I just find it too hard. I mean, I've done it.
It's too tempting, isn't it?
Yeah, and you feel like you're missing out.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
I don't
yeah.
like missing out.
Yeah.
Full stop.
That's right.
As a rule. So I try and choose nights where I won't be out. And if I am struggling and doing a hard day, which happens, I just try and go to bed a bit earlier.
Yeah.
And you know
great
what?
advice.
Sleep it away. Sleep
Yeah.
it away. And I've also, I have been a night owl most of my life, but I'm now realizing that if I get that extra sleep, everything is a bit cheerier the next day. So I've changed my bedtime. I used to be a midnight go to bed person, and now I'm more around 10 o'clock. So even that little changes like that, that's another 2 hours that you're not thinking about being hungry. The other thing I do on a fast day at night is to have a herbal tea.
Yeah,
no.
that's why these are fantastic.
I love these. My favourite is the Turkish Delight one, and my husband calls it the chocolate tea. He's like, can we have a chocolate tea? Because it does taste like Turkish Delight. It's amazing. I like it both hot and cold, depending on the weather.
Yes, that's great. Great for a sweet
Fantastic.
tooth, isn't it?
And it's not just about weight loss, is it?
No,
That's
for
the
me, I've
exciting
had
thing.
some... Now, I'll be brutally honest. Of course it was about weight loss at the first. I wanted to look good in dresses.
Yeah.
But then I had an amazing breakthrough. I went to my doctor and I had my bloods done. And I had been diagnosed with type 2 diabetes. There's diabetes in my family. And I'd been insulin resistant for a decade. And I was so sad and ashamed that I had let it tip over into the diabetes area. So after doing the program, probably for about 5 months, it wasn't that long, I had my bloods done again, and my doctor did a happy dance because I reversed my type 2 diabetes completely and I was no longer insulin resistant, which is a miracle. And I got to tell you that was a massive change for me. The other thing that I have found, so now that I've been 13 kilos off for a substantial amount of time, it must be like 7 months or something, I was starting to get a little bit down on myself with, why isn't it coming off? I need to be stricter. And I hadn't been 100% strict, so it's not like I'm like, why isn't it working? Because I wasn't working hard enough. And wasn't counting the calories, just kind of estimating. That doesn't guesstimate. Trust me, I have calorie amnesia where I just forget about that extra couple of almonds that I had or
Especially
whatever.
on somebody else's plate.
Oh yeah, that doesn't count.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was getting a bit down on myself that I hadn't, because I had set the goal of 20 kilos and I would still like to get to that goal, but I was getting a bit in a funk. And I spoke to Dr. Happy, and he's just like, let's reassess and look at what you've achieved rather than what you haven't achieved. And let's look at your why, which is so important. And so I did that, and then I did my measurements. Now, I hadn't changed my weight on the scales, but I lost 18 centimeters off my waist.
It's amazing.
So that's pretty incredible. And I went from a size 16 down to a size 12.
That's incredible.
So those sort of things, and I think losing weight around your middle is so incredible for health benefits because that's the visceral fat that's dangerous around your organs.
That's right.
So that's been pretty incredible.
That's such a
And now that I can, I say I've had these health benefits, I'm like, yes, I lost the weight for my health and to look good in dresses.
It's always the first goal, isn't it? But I also had the same experience because I had a lot of health benefits as well. It wasn't just about the weight loss for me.
Yeah.
Because I actually had been diagnosed with sleep apnea. My poor husband.
Snoring.
Snoring away.
Snoring.
Yeah, it was terrible. And but it's really bad for your health.
Yes.
actually. It's very dangerous.
It's terrible.
And weight is often a huge cause of that. So for me to be able to reverse sleep apnea, I mean, that's massive. And I didn't have to wear those masks anymore. I did wear one of those masks at night. And so I don't have to do that anymore.
That's amazing.
It's so amazing.
And that also might save your marriage.
Yes, well, that's right.
Because that's not that sexy.
No, it's not. And in fact, my husband was so inspired, I think, by the fact that, at first he just wouldn't have a bar of it. He was just like, no, you do that. That's your thing. I'm just going to do what I want to do. And he'd go to the gym and do all the things he did, but he didn't lose the weight that he needed to lose.
Yeah.
And then eventually he came in, I think particularly when he saw my health benefits.
Yes.
It really inspired him. And the fact that I didn't need the mask anymore and I'd lowered my blood pressure and cholesterol, which were major things, he started doing it. Now he's lost 20 kilos as well.
Amazing.
Fantastic.
Yeah, it's
And
an
my
amazing
son
ripple
lost
effect.
30 kilos.
Yeah.
Wow.
He's 24.
Wow.
And he's a big, he's over 6 foot. So he kind of carried it, but gosh, he looks a heck of a lot better now. Yeah,
well, as I said,
amazing.
like most of the girls at the makeup room in Channel 9 have all signed up, and so we support each other. My husband is amazing. I wish you could all have one of a
hasn't
husband like mine. He's lost 10 kilos and he's kept it off.
No,
He's
amazing.
not as strict now. I need to, crack the whip to get him back on the wagon. But I think it would be very hard to be fasting if, your partner's not fasting with you. It is difficult. So he's been an incredible support. And then, I've had so many friends who've jumped on board as well. And I really love that. And we do tend to talk about it a lot.
We do, yes, that's true. And that's what happens. All of a sudden, everybody's doing it because they're so, it's working.
And people are asking you and saying, how'd you do it? How'd you do it? Debbie
question.
and Helen and Joe, all of these people, hi guys,
Everybody's asking
have
this
asked,
question.
do you have to exercise to lose weight?
Good
Shelley, what did you do?
Good question.
Good question.
No. I know this is not what you're supposed to say. I lost the 13 kilos without any exercise except for walking my dog. But trust me, he's a little Maltese cross and he does not go fast. Mr. Barkley, he likes to wee on everything. He likes to own the whole neighborhood. So I'm not exactly getting a sweat up. And that was a shock to me because I used to punish myself at the gym and do double spin classes followed by weights and stuff like that. And I realized now I was actually being really mean to myself. And I think what I'm loving with this program is I can be kind to myself. And now that I'm been at the 13 for a while, I'm ready to exercise again, but I'm not going to do it to punish myself. I recently had a week at Eden Health Retreat up in Queensland, and it made me realize I need to exercise now for my spine, for my flexibility. So it's kind of changed the way that I look at exercise, which is not, I had a piece of cake, so therefore I have to go to the gym.
No.
Yeah.
Which I think a lot of women think that way, and you punish yourself.
And men. That was why
and men,
my
yeah.
husband thought he was just going to lose his weight by going to the gym, but he didn't ever. And now, he's lost all the weight. But what we do say, though, is that, I think you've started exercising again now.
Yeah, I've started now.
Yeah. So once you do lose weight, and I couldn't exercise because I had a broken knee.
Yeah, that's right.
Right.
And you
All
lost
that
30
weight
kilos
I was
without
carrying,
exercising.
no wonder I had a broken knee. But the point was that when I finally healed from that and started losing the weight, then I became more motivated too.
Yes.
And then you want to exercise.
And you look better in active wear.
Yeah.
You do.
Oh yeah, you're fabulous in your active wear. That's a
I
good
bought
point.
Shelley's tights.
Oh yes, you did.
Active
yeah.
tube tights with the big
flowers
big
on
flowers
them. and fun. But they're
They're
also
so
good
fun.
because they're ones that go up to here. Because I freaking hate the ones that roll down over your belly, and I feel gross. So
No, they're sucky in tights.
they're sucky in. They're awesome. So yeah.
So questions for Rosie. Rosie's coming
Rosie's
up
coming
soon. So Rosie lost 13 kilos
Mhm.
and she looked incredible. She's so petite.
She's tiny. She's like the
Tiny.
friend you could keep in your pocket.
And don't forget, the best questions are going to win
All three
magazine,
prizes
rabbit
today.
hole tea, and an online wheel yoga program.
Fun times.
And don't
Very
forget, we've got
exciting.
7 days for free as well for everyone. This is the most fantastic opportunity this week in
Yeah.
the Superhero Week.
Yes.
Share it around people. Let's
Share it
get
around.
people to jump on the program and give it a go.
Yeah,
That's right.
absolutely.
So I'm going to jump out so Rosie can jump in.
Okay.
Through the magic of Facebook Live, pretend there's a super white going on here.
On
And
Star Wars
Rosie's
Day.
in it.
Come in, Rosie.
Come in, Rosie. Yay!
Hi,
Hi, Rosie. How are you? Gorgeous. Isn't she beautiful?
She's
So-
gorgeous.
Rosie is now at her goal. I'm sure you can tell. But she hasn't always looked this. She always looked beautiful. But tell us your story. Tell us your story, Rosie.
So I've never been one of those people that really found weight loss easy, like up and down, and I always felt like I was carrying a little bit too much. And I'd been working for you, really, at another company, and I had just been spending way too long at my desk, and I was really busy, and I was just using food as an excuse.
I had chained you to the desk.
Yes,
But that's okay.
in my defense. But yeah, when you guys mentioned intermittent fasting to me at first, it sounded a little crazy, like it sounded a little bit too good to be true.
Yeah.
And I
that's right.
thought, is that really going to work for me?
Yeah.
I'd literally tried everything. Like I tried calorie counting, exercise, and I just couldn't fit it in. Like it was really unreasonable. Yeah.
And how much weight have you lost now?
So I am 13 kilos down. So I was 65 kilos, and I'm
She's
now
little.
52. And
Yeah.
I was too scared to put this dress on before.
Oh,
But I actually put it on last night, and it's
gorgeous
how
dress.
exciting.
Gorgeous.
And how long have you had this dress?
I have had this. I think the last time I fitted into it was 5 or 6 years ago.
Oh,
Wow,
that's great.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
And, so
And you've given up smoking
Yes.
as well.
Yes.
And kept the weight off, which a lot of people ask. They say, oh, but if I give up smoking, will I put weight on? Yeah. So amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing.
And what,
Yeah.
have you noticed anything else, Rosie, when you've been losing the weight?
Actually, I had about 1 month into the program, I had my blood pressure checked,
Mm-hmm.
and it actually came up as high. And at the time, the program that I used told me that my heart age was 58.
Wow, and you're
Which-
much younger than that.
For a perfectionist like me, is just a crushing blow.
Yeah.
But I just had my blood pressure checked recently, and it's now normal. In fact, I got a gold star.
Congratulations, that is
Yeah, and my
awesome.
cholesterol is now 2.5. So
What? Wow.
That's
Yeah,
That's
incredible.
incredible.
Wow, that's amazing.
So
Carol says,
good.
"You go, girls."
Oh, thank you,
Carol.
Carol. That's
Hello.
awesome.
And Elaine says, "What app do you use to count calories?"
That's a good question.
Really
It's a common
good
question.
What do you use, Rosie?
Well, actually, Shelly got me started on my net diary, and it's very handy because you can change your calorie intakes on different days.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Perfect.
That's
There's,
much better.
there's lots of them, isn't there? There's MyFitnessPal,
Loads of them.
Yeah.
Calorie King.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I used to
Find
just
one
just
that
Google
works
my
for you.
calories. I just found it easy to do it that way. So
Yeah, you can.
yeah.
Yeah. Just ask
Whatever
Google.
works
Fast
for
day
you.
snacks. Oh, Paula. Yes, I feel you. Popcorn. Seaweed rice crackers are some of my
Oh,
favourites.
yes, yum.
And I usually have a bag of carrots in the refrigerator. I just munch like a bunny.
So keep asking questions for Rosie. So how do you feel now, Rosie, that you have achieved your goal weight?
I think the word I would use is invincible. Like, I feel like no matter what happens, I'm going to be fine. I feel like I've nailed it.
Right.
Great.
Yeah.
That's great. Marianne asks, why did this work for you when nothing else did? That's an excellent question.
I think because it's so easy to fit into your lifestyle. So I got to decide when my fast days were and when I could have a cheat meal, when my feast days were. If I stuffed up or had a fast fail or face planted into a pizza, then I just moved it to the next day.
So it
And you
doesn't
love
matter.
burgers, don't you?
I do. I love a
And fries.
cheeseburger. Yeah.
I remember when we worked together, Friday night was always Macca's night.
Yes. Friday night still is.
Have a
Macca's
nice
night.
weekend. Enjoy your Macca's, Rosie.
And you know, Sue's asking a good question too. Sue's saying, do I need to count calories on non-fast days in that case?
Good question.
Yeah, look, Sue, I did in the beginning because I really needed to wrap my head around calorie counting. But now I have this huge stable of like recipes and foods, and I know exactly what things are, and it's only if I go out for an unusual meal that I have to check what it is.
Yeah. And on our program too, we do have meal plans. So if you don't want to count calories, we've got it all worked out for you if you prefer to do it that way. But some people prefer to have more control over what they eat.
More
So
flexibility.
we've got both ways for you. So we help everybody.
And Kerry says, what helped you change your mindset? Oh, that's a good question.
Actually, it was the freedom of knowing that I got to choose more than
Okay.
anything. And I have to say, Dr. Happy's Super Life Lessons, which when you join the program, you will get all of them,
Totally
are
awesome.
absolutely amazing. And you really need them to stay motivated.
Vonda says, I love that you all look so happy. No one looks sad and deprived.
And tell Vonda why that is.
Yeah.
Why are you happy?
We are happy.
We're all
because
really
we're
happy.
not sad and deprived. Basically, we cut down food on one day and then eat whatever we want the other days. It's fairly simple, really.
And Friday is not a fast day for us. So we're
No
looking forward to our wine. In fact, I've got a school reunion tonight.
Yeah.
nice.
Yay, McKellar Girls High School.
Can I still have a Diet Coke? Oh, Patricia, you are a girl after my own heart. I love Diet Coke, and I love a bit of Splendor or Equal in my tea and my coffee. And I think here at SuperFast Diet, we're all about no guilt and basically whatever gets you through.
And can I just jump in and go,
Come in.
I love Pepsi Max. I hate Diet Coke. So you can have that too.
Now, oh, Julie, hi. Can I have low-fat milk or sugar in my tea on a part day? So I have, I still have my coffee on a part day. I've recently switched to black coffee, but I had to do it slowly. So I gradually reduced the amount of milk that I put in my coffee.
But I still have a skinny cappuccino every day.
I can vouch for that.
Yeah. In fact, I'm really cranky if I don't.
I feel you.
Aid asks, or is it Aid? Hi. What
Aid.
about our love of alcohol?
Exactly.
You know us well. You know us very well. So we all do enjoy an occasional tipple, and yeah, Friday night's night. We love our champagne. We love our wine.
Love our beer.
Yes.
I'm a beer girl personally.
Yeah.
So yeah, gin and tonic cocktails. You can have anything you want.
Yeah.
Basically.
That's what feast days are all about.
Exactly. Probably not on a fast day, although I have been known to count up how many glasses of wine in 500 calories.
Good one. And on
a really bad day.
on the topic of alcohol, we're going to jump over and have a look inside the program. So I'm going to jump out and we're going to pop the program right in front of you.
Fantastic.
Oh, how
Lots of people want
exciting.
to see what it looks like.
And don't forget, we've got a 7-day free trial for you now. It expires on Monday, so jump on and you can see inside the program all for yourself for no money at all.
Yeah, and that ends on Monday.
It ends
So
Monday
this
at
is your
midnight.
opportunity.
That's right.
Come and try
Yeah.
it.
Don't forget to ask your questions. Shelley's coming back really soon. Now, this is another power of the internet.
Yes, and more magic. More magic for you. Rosie's just
Star
going to show
Wars
you what our
magic.
program looks like. She's going to talk
Yes.
you through that. Because we actually can't see it where we're sitting.
No, we're pretending we can see it.
So when you log into your program, when you join on the 7-day free trial, this is the screen that you're going to see. Now, we have 3 pillars. The first of which is super fast. So this is all about fasting and how to fit it into your lifestyle. So in this, you'll find your weight tracking, your progress photos, and your measurements. So we can click on over to the super fast tab. So you'll see my goal weight. Once you skip down there, there's your measurements. You can update all of those. The superfood tab is where you'll find all your recipes, your recommended calories, your sample meal plans. So I'm on the 2-day method, as you can see. These are my recommended calories, and you get these after you go through pre-program and calculate your TDEE. So as you can see, I'm quite small. I've got a smaller calorie intake than most. And here are the sample meal plans. Food. So this is the Super Life tab, and under here you'll find your vision board, and you'll learn all about the big why with Dr. Happy. So this is where you learn all about that. The Super Life dashboard, you can input your goals or choose from some of the fun ones that we've selected earlier. And in your weekly program dashboard is where you'll find all of your weekly videos, which are delivered to you via email. So you can see I'm on week 12. There's Shannon and Dr. Happy. And look, me and Shelly.
Hooray!
Hooray! And then down the bottom, you'll see a suggested weekly fitness. You can scroll through the exercises. Shannon shows you exactly how to do them. So this is the exercise that I'm up to. And this is the members only Facebook page with all of the support that you need. And you know, guys, everyone in there is so super supportive. You really couldn't have better friends. And in the library tab over here is where you'll find the members blog, all of your recipes, food. Yay! Food glory is food. And honestly, there are just so many delicious recipes, you'll never get tired of them. Jen and Victoria have designed a 36-week program. You know, it's not the 12-week program that you're all used to, it's completely different. And there are 3 whole levels: Super Starter, Super Achiever, and Super Graduate. And with that, I am going to give you back to the gorgeous Shelly and Victoria.
Shelley's rejoining us now.
And
Here she is.
Jen.
What?
She's
What?
the magic of
What?
television. There she is.
Boing! Incredible. It's amazing what they can do with Photoshop. Here I am. Incredible.
Keep asking those questions, Superfasters.
Now, guys, you touched on it just then, but I'd like to know a bit more. Every other program that I've done has been a 12-week program.
Yep.
What made you decide not to do 12 weeks?
Because when you do a 12-week program, that might get you started
Yeah.
and you might have some great results, but we're about long-term solution. And one of the reasons that our program works is because it is sustainable, it's doable, it's a lifestyle, and we know that you need more than 12 weeks. If you stopped at 12 weeks, you might go back to where you started, because
I think I would have.
you need the ongoing
Yeah.
motivation, the new ideas, the new input, and when you stick in a program like that, you will get your results long term. So we designed a 36-week program in 3 stages, and we give you new content, new ideas. At different stages, you're ready for new information, and then after the 36-week program, you become a master faster.
That's me.
And that's
That's
Shelly.
Shelly.
And
I'm
that's
a
us.
master faster.
And when you're a master faster, you know that you're never going to go back.
That's right.
No,
Never,
yeah.
never, never. This is a
But also,
permanent
the
solution.
thing is, it's not even like going back. It's just you know it works.
Yeah.
And so recently, I've had a crazy start of the year. I've been so busy with work, and then my husband and I went to the Cook Islands, and I was like, okay, we cannot eat breakfast. We've got to be really careful, and I wasn't at all. Well, they delivered handmade croissants every morning.
I know.
It'd be rude not to. I couldn't be rude to the locals. And you know what? I managed to whack on like 2.5 kilos in that week.
Yeah.
I also didn't drink water. I just had Aperol spritzers, but
Yeah.
it was a holiday. I came back, and in 1 week, I lost that 2.5
That's
kilos.
amazing.
So I
Yeah.
kind of also like the fact that you can trust the program
That's
and you
right.
can trust that it'll work. Whereas I think if you're beating yourself up all of the time, you don't actually trust the program. Whereas
So true.
I know this will work.
Yeah.
And that's exactly right, Shelley, because when you go on holidays now, you think, I can really relax and
Yes.
enjoy it, because I know I can get it off as soon as
Yeah.
I get back.
I think you put on 5 kilos on a cruise.
I
didn't
put
you?
on
5
5 kilos
Yeah.
in a 2-week Mediterranean cruise.
Yeah. Yeah.
Man, I wish I was on that cruise
I know.
with you. That would be so much
You know how much
fun.
food and alcohol you have on those cruises.
Wow.
Karen asked, what about my man? Can my husband do it?
Oh,
with
yes.
me? In fact, all of our
All the
husbands,
husbands
Yeah.
have done that.
yeah,
And-
they
and
actually have
so
no
many
choice.
more. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you know what? Sometimes you just need them on board to help you with your motivation as well. And I find with my husband, if he's doing it, not because men are so. He thinks he looks amazing no matter what weight, because that's what their psychology
like.
is.
That's right.
But he was doing it to support me, because he said to me, our biggest goal is to live a long and happy life so that we can retire and travel. So he's like, there's no point getting diabetes and having to be, making hospital visits when you're older, when by him supporting me to lose this weight, he knows he's going to have me around longer.
I mean, why
To
would you
nag
do
him. Because that's what I do.
Samantha says, my TDE seems really low. So can I start with 500 calories and 2,000 calories? Absolutely,
Yeah,
yes.
I did.
In fact, that's what we recommend when you're getting started. Because, it takes a little while to get used to it. And your TDE would only be low is because you're a
petite-
flea.
petite person.
A flea.
Well, I'm pretty short
Like,
as well.
you're a
But me
Rosie
flea, 'cause I'm
or
a
a
bit of
Jen.
a shorter
That's
person.
right.
Having said that, though, when I first started, 2,000 calories on feast days
Yes,
and 500
Yeah.
on fast days. So even though I'm only really short, I'm only just over 5 foot, then it still worked for me on those calories then.
Yeah,
And we do have a 3-day method where you can have 1,000 calories for 3 days.
And that's a lot of people prefer that. They
Oh,
find
yeah.
it easy. And unlike Shelley, I like the part day.
Yeah.
It works for me. I don't feel like I'm dieting every day because I have 1,600 calories to play with. So for me, I find it really easy to go without breakfast because I'm not a breakfast person.
Yeah.
But I know I've got
It's
other
horses for courses.
It's
That's
horses for
why it's so
courses.
great. You can try all of the different methods and find which one suits you.
That's right. And we know some people who they do it the other way around and they love their breakfast, lunch and an early dinner and they do it that way and they find that easy.
Those
to
people
do.
who don't eat dinner, I don't understand those people.
No.
They are not my people. I am a dinner person, for
That's
sure.
true.
We're all different.
Renee has asked, how often should I weigh myself?
Good question.
How often
Very
do you
good.
weigh yourself?
I still weigh myself most days, and I
Do
don't
you?
love that, but I kind of like keeping check on it. The best thing I think is to weigh yourself on your second fast day in the morning after you've had a poo and completely nude. Like you can't
No
even have your jammies
moisturiser?
on, no moisturizer.
No.
Do not wash your
I don't put
hair.
moisturiser
There is
on.
weight in that
Yeah.
water in your hair.
Yeah.
So that is the rule for me.
Absolutely. That's
Melissa
what I like
asked,
too.
did you get headaches on fast days?
I did when I started,
Yeah,
and
it's
it
an
was hard. And I think a lot of that was my sugar addiction, because I'm a big sugar person, and the headaches were concerning me. But what I found was just drinking extra water really helped them,
Yeah.
and knowing this too shall pass. You know,
Exactly.
knowing that. But I think it was probably only the first week to 3 weeks that I got the headaches, and I don't get them at all now.
Yeah, same with me.
Yeah.
I did get headaches when I very first started.
Yeah.
But yeah, not at all. And actually, extra salt helps as well on
Yeah.
those days.
Does
Some
it?
bouillon, or even somebody suggested, dietitian suggested, just putting salt on your tongue.
Really?
Yes,
Yeah.
that really helps.
Not having
Tracy
tequila
or
and
water.
lemon afterwards.
Yeah. Well,
That might
should
give you
I
a
eat
voice
more
headache.
protein on fast days to help with hunger, Tracy?
I do.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
do.
yes,
definitely do.
Resounding yes on that one.
It just
Yeah.
makes so much sense. You get bang for your buck.
Yes.
Boiled eggs are awesome.
Boiled eggs,
Tuna.
incredible.
And like you know,
Chicken that you just
seafood.
shred it off the bone and just have it there ready to go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
good question.
Vicky, she's one of my soul sisters, as
Yeah.
in polycystic ovary syndrome. PCOS makes me put on weight. Will this help? Sweetheart. Okay, so I've had PCOS my whole life. They started with the most horrendous periods at age 12.
Oh,
First
gosh.
girl in my grade to get them.
Oh.
Horrendous. PCOS has been the bane of my existence, and this has helped the PCOS. So it is hard to lose weight, and it is actually a scientific fact that it is harder to lose weight when you have PCOS.
True.
So I actually encourage all of the girls out there who are struggling with PCOS to try intermittent fasting, because I think there's something in it that really works, because PCOS is often goes hand in hand with insulin resistance, and the fasting really helps with your insulin sensitivity. I think it's an absolute must for women with PCOS. Also with PCOS, you hold all of your weight around your belly, and the fact that I've been able to lose a lot of my belly fat shows that it's working. And I have been to those endocrinologists who are just grumpy old men, and I just hate it, and I'm like, you've never had a period, I don't even want to talk to you about it. And they would just work harder at the gym, perhaps do a bit of cycling, and I'd be flogging myself at spin class. And I now try and tell everyone who is having any of those hormonal issues just to give it a go, because it's been a breakthrough for me.
You've had a great personal experience.
Really
Yeah.
good.
Too.
Yes, but we do have Dr. Jason Form on our board of advisors,
Mm.
who is a nephrologist and who also really specialises in helping with reversing type 2 diabetes. And he would also, he's a massive fan of intermittent fasting for
In
health.
fact, he's had 10,000 patients
Yeah.
go through his program.
Exactly.
So he's got a lot of experience.
That's right.
Pam asks, hi Pam, is it normal to feel guilty about what I eat after a fast day? No.
No.
In fact, that is our entire program. No guilt. No
Yeah.
more guilt. It's freedom. It's stop flogging yourself and stop feeling bad
Yeah.
about what you eat. It's
Enjoy your food.
This is
Enjoy your
actually-
food.
This is
Yeah.
actually about being kind to yourself. And I think that you create some mental space when you are only doing a part-time diet rather than a full-time diet. And I really think it's about women being a bit kinder to ourselves, supporting each other, and actually showing that we can do this and not feel guilty. Eat the cake. You're fine.
In
You
fact,
can
one of the
fast tomorrow.
That's right. In fact, one of the girls in our Facebook group just wrote this morning, I thought it was really cute. This is the diet you do when you're not on a diet.
It's true.
Yeah.
Liechtenstein.
It's like the best non-diet
Yeah.
ever. Yeah.
Kat has written in and said, I have to do a lot of socializing. Which method is best for this? Welcome aboard the socializing train. That is me. Honey, what I would say is do what I do, is I try and get my fast days done earlier in the week. So maybe Monday, Wednesday, because I find most of the socializing is Thursday, Friday, Saturday. and then you don't have to worry too much on those days. The other thing I would do is make sure you eat something before you go out, and you know you're going to be like tempted with canapes and alcohol and stuff like that, just so that you're not turning up starving.
Yeah.
If you actually eat something, even if it is just a boiled egg, something that's in your stomach, you then are more in control. And yes, have the champagne. I would rather have like 3 champagnes than a champagne and 2 canapes.
Yes.
That's me. But, you know, you can make those choices.
And can I let you in on a little secret? When you're doing intermittent fasting and your weight starts to go down, you don't need as much wine. In fact, 1 glass of wine and I'm anybody's now.
The thing is though, despite yourself, you'll find that you start to eat a little more healthy.
Definitely.
Because you start to learn that high protein foods will fill you up. You start to learn that more vegetables will fill you up. So
it's about getting bang for your buck. So what I do is, if I'm at a function, instead of going for the deep fried spring rolls, I'll go for the prawns, and I won't dip them in the aioli. I'll just eat the prawns, and again have extra champagne.
So it means you can have more of the other things. That's the whole thing.
That's so
Go for
true.
the
Yeah,
things
you
you
just
love.
bypass all the fatty stuff.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
It's actually not too hard once you just change your mindset about it.
That's right.
And sparkling water
Unless,
is
if
gorgeous
what
too.
the thing that you are craving more than anything else in the world is a spring roll, have it.
Have it.
Yeah.
You know, have it. It's okay.
Yeah.
Again, don't beat yourself up.
No guilt.
But this is just my experience, because with my job and just with my friendship circles, I'm out a lot. I make sure that I just try and make it as easy as possible for me.
Yeah.
In fact, we have a downloadable called The Party Girl's Guide to Intermittent Fasting.
How about that?
For that reason. Keep asking your questions. We're still going to be on air for a little while.
And
so
we're going to reward
keep
the best
those
question with
questions.
these gorgeous teas and our magazine.
Don't
Our magazine's
forget,
just chock
we're
is
giving
full of
away
great
lots
recipes.
of prizes.
All much good information in there. And the Will Yoga, 1 month Will Yoga for you and a friend. Get all of it today.
Katie, where do I buy the magazine? We've got the link in the comments for you, Katie. It was in Coles and Woolies, but it's sold out. But we do have some copies left that we can post to you.
Not too many.
But if you ask some good questions, you might win one. Kath asks, should I give up sugar on this diet? We recommend you lower your sugar intake. In fact, the Australian guidelines are about 6 teaspoons a day of sugar. But that's everything. That's like what's in your yogurt, it's all the incidental tomato sauce, for example, barbecue sauce, dolmio, pasta sauce, got quite a lot of sugar in it. There's a lot of hidden sugar you've got to be aware of. But no, we're not into zero sugar whatsoever.
No, but
I
also,
didn't, for sure.
No.
keep in mind though, the average Australian has a lot of sugar. You'd be surprised.
Yeah.
And it's in the hidden sugars. So that's what to watch out for, because you don't even get to enjoy the sugar when they're hidden.
Yes.
So make sure that you check packets and look for how much energy is in the packet. So if you divide by 4, it'll tell you how many teaspoons of sugar you're having.
Yes. In fact, I did interview on our program the beautiful
David
David
Gameau.
Gameau, who was the producer and actor in that sugar film.
Yes.
And he's written lots of books as well. He's fantastic.
He is.
Yeah. But yes, you can have a little bit of sugar, just keep it down to a minimum.
And just watch out for the hidden ones.
Yes. Joy, I'm just new. Will I have to count
Joy.
calories forever?
Welcome aboard, Joy.
Welcome aboard.
No.
No.
And that is the joy of being on this program.
The joy for joy.
Yeah.
Look, the thing is, you get used to it, and I also I know that my caramello is 172 calories, and that's okay. I count it in my feast days, and I know now about how much an egg is. I know how much the Darry K soups are, and that's just practice, because you've been doing it over and over and over. What I would say, and this is from my experience, when I'm really strict and counting my calories and putting them into my net diary on my phone, I lose weight. When I'm guesstimating, I maintain.
Yeah.
So that's
good
an
advice.
interesting...
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah. Jen and I actually don't count calories now, but we do know
You
We've
learn
got
very
the
quickly.
knowledge.
You
Yeah.
learn very quickly, actually.
Yeah.
You get to know there's 70 calories in an egg pretty quickly.
Yeah.
That's what you like eating.
But we do definitely when you're starting out, because you might be overestimating.
Oh, but also I didn't realise how low seafood was. And
Seafood's
things like that,
amazing.
I'm like, well, prawns are so low. That's
my favourite
amazing.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
you actually find out some great things, as well as going, oh my God, I really shouldn't have that extra bit of cheese.
Yeah, I remember the days before I started doing this, and I used to have a whole packet of twisties after dinner, and it was just like, My goodness, the amount of calories in a packet
Yeah.
of Twisties is just like 600 calories or something.
Wow.
So it
whole
shocks you
fast
when you
day.
think, oh, there's not much in that.
Yeah.
But if you have
Weighs nothing.
popcorn, it's,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
it's so low.
It's just about making clever choices.
That's right.
April, hi April. April asks, what are some good foods to have in your handbag or car for emergencies on
Great
fast days?
question.
What do you do, Shelley?
So I have a couple of things. I always have a Ziploc bag with some toasted almonds. Almonds fill me up, and I know that they will get me through to the next point of the day. When I was starting, I used to have a boiled egg, but I had a day that I was busy going around to meetings and had the egg in the car, took a bite of it at the end and vomited. It had gone off in the hot car. So that turned me off having an egg in my handbag, and also it's just a bit weird having an egg in your handbag. It's a little bit weird. But I've also had days, if I just know I'm on the run, then I'll make sure that I cut up some radish and some celery and some carrots and things like that. And then as a chocolate fix, I'll have a protein bar, and you can buy the little mini ones that are actually, you know, under 100 calories.
Great.
Fantastic. We've got great tips on our program for what to have as snacks on a fast day, and you can go and have 7 days for free just to check it all out, and it ends on Monday.
Brilliant.
So now
Anna
it's time.
asks, I've lost 7 kilos so far. Congratulations.
Hooray.
Well done, Anna. Wow.
I've plateaued. That's to
Okay.
be expected.
Yeah.
When will my losses start again? What was your experience, Shelley?
I had the same thing, and I'm going to ask you a very honest question. Are you really sticking to it? Because I find if you are really sticking to it and you are counting your calories and you're being spot on, you will be losing the weight. I also would say right back at you, congratulations on losing 7 kilos. And what about celebrating that rather than beating yourself up? Because for me, same things happen. I've been on 13 for months and months now. But you know what? I haven't gone back. So I think plateauing has been seen as a negative in the past, but you can also see it as I'm resetting my body weight. And I feel like I'm now resetting at the weight I am. And hopefully, once I get my mind to flick into go fast mode again and I'm counting on every day, then I will get back to my goal weight. So
Because you just come back from holidays,
Yes,
haven't
you've
you?
had lots of stuff going on. You've
so
been very
much.
busy
Yeah.
with your
but I also
TV
do
programs.
have I do have a holiday in Mykonos coming up where I will be in a swimsuit, so I might have to get back on track a bit.
Sounds good.
But then
That's
at the
a
same
great
time,
motivation.
I actually just did an Instagram post in the Cook Islands where I took a photo of my swimsuit because I felt proud of myself.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, you know what, 13 kilos is amazing.
It is
And you're
amazing.
Gorgeous.
Fantastic.
In that red cosy. Amazing.
So beautiful.
We have a closed Facebook group for our members. So when you get going on our 7-day free trial, we will actually let you into the group.
You'll
so
love
you can
it.
see there's a party going on in there. Everyone's so supportive.
It's really
and what makes us most happy of all is that the results people are getting.
Yes.
They're just getting such incredible
And people
results.
are putting up like just before and afters of their faces.
Yeah.
And I have been amazed at how much
Yeah.
it does show on your face.
And it
Yes.
makes you look so much younger.
Younger, for sure. Save on Botox,
Yes.
just do super fast.
And plus, if you join with our 7-day free trial, you'll also get all these bonuses in our members library. We've got fast day fixes, and we have, as we mentioned before, the Party Girl's Guide to Intermittent Fasting. What cocktails have got the lowest calories? We
Important
need
to know.
that.
To know.
Plus, any of you mums or people cooking for a family, you don't want to be cooking something for you and something different for your family. So we have family recipes. How are you going to be on SuperFast diet, and also just cook for the rest of the family at the same time. So it is super easy when you know how.
So it's
And
lots
our
of
7-day free trial ends midnight on Monday. So hop to it. And also, it's really important, we do not lock you in. You can cancel anytime. So even though we do have a 36-week program followed by Muster Foster, I can't do it like you. I take lessons afterwards on how to do that. But yeah, you can cancel anytime if something comes up or you find it's not for you. No problem at all.
So you can give it a red hot go,
Yeah.
and very, very affordable.
So we will be sticking around after the live ends, and we will be answering all your questions. So we will be online, so keep asking the questions and we will answer as many as we can. hopefully all of your questions. So please keep going, keep commenting, and share with your friends. And we are also another amazing competition.
Which we've saved till now.
Yes. So have you had any light bulb moments? Have you thought, ooh, that's a really good idea. I didn't know that. So we are going to be putting up a post on our Facebook page and asking for your light bulb moments. Just jot them down. Anything, any idea
What did you
that
learn?
you had.
Yeah.
What connected with you?
And we will also be giving prizes away to the best light bulb moments. So, any other final words, Shelley?
I just say, do it now. You know, why wait? I honestly wish that I had known about this years ago, and I wish I'd been brave enough to start it. And thank you to both of you, because you've honestly changed my life. How cool's that? That's lovely, isn't it?
That is so lovely.
Lovely.
Aw.
So thank you so much for joining us on part 4 of our Superhero Week.
May the 4th be with you.
Enjoy Star Wars Day.
Yeah.
And we will see you on the inside. Keep those questions coming.
Yeah, and you're all superheroes.
You are. Everyday superheroes. Bye.
See you later.